For skinny fat people, should you go on a bulk or should you go in the deficit? It's going to be very simple by the end of this video for you to know exactly what to do. Because it's very common to think if you are skinny fat to just go on a bulk. So I am talking to somebody who has very skinny arms, but they do not have a ripped midsection. This can happen just from you not taking care of yourself, your diet overall. It can be from not working out, being inconsistent with your workouts. It could just be from not taking care of yourself with everything that you do. I used to just look like shit. Like I had a little bit of a gut coming in, and then I had very skinny arms because I grew up very super skinny and then wasn't taking care of myself. I started just eating junk food all the time, and then my arms didn't get super pudgy, but in that midsection area, I did not have abs whatsoever. And it was because I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't taking care of myself. I didn't know the right comprehension when it came to this. I didn't have the proper blueprint for how all this works. And I decided to go on a bulk, and it made it even worse. So you do not want to go on a bulk. You do not want to go on a dirty bulk. You don't want to go on a clean bulk. You don't want to be on a lean bulk, whatever the fuck. All these different bulks that they have, you need to know what the fuck you're doing first. So if you are skinny fat, the best thing and the right thing to do is going to be go into a deficit. That is what you have to do. You have to go into the deficit because then your body is going to be in the most optimal state at that point. Once you get shredded, even though you're going to look super ripped and skinny, the thing is that then it's going to be so much easier to put on size. It's very easy to put on size and muscle. I'm talking muscle. I'm not talking just blobs of fat on you and looking soft and pudgy. That's not what we're going for. We're going for solid, rock hard fucking muscle. So on the abs, on the arms, on the shoulders, everything, your legs, the whole body basically. So in order for this to work properly, you need to shred down because then your metabolism is going to be speeding up so fast and it's going to be working in your favor. So if you try to do this right now when you're super skinny and you try to go on a bulk and you just eat whatever or you just stack on the calories, you're just going to put on pudge and fat and not muscle. You're not going to put on that solid muscle because your metabolism is not sped up and it's not working in your favor enough. So your metabolism overall is the basis of just building that muscle and losing that fat at the same time. That's why we go to the gym. That's why we hit our macros and track our macros to know exactly what we should be doing. So when you're in this deficit, that's the main focus that you want to be portraying to, is having that comprehension of your macros, having a deficit of some sort, right? Figuring out your macro split, what you will need for this, because all these variables come into play. Because once it's time to actually put on that size, you have to know from the gate, like, okay, now we go the opposite, right? So it's always fat loss and then a reverse diet, it's called, right? On like popular terms, reverse diet, that's basically what it means. You can look it up. Everything's online nowadays. Go for it. So your fat loss phase first, though, is what you're going to need once again. So anybody who says, oh, you should bulk first and then just cut, why the fuck are you wasting your time doing it that way when you could just shred down and then shred down to the absolute fucking max? You get super shredded, one, you're going to look sick. So summer's coming around. It's going to be perfect timing for that. And then on top of that, then once you get super shredded, then you can say, hey, you know what? Okay, now let's put on that size. Now it's going to be so easy to put on that size because my body's ready for it. Your body has to be ready for this, and you're not wasting time. That's the other thing, too. And going through that trial and error period and just, what the fuck? You're going to look like shit, too, once you come off the, if you go on that dirty bulk, and then you don't know how to cut properly from there, so you're wasting even more time. So why don't you just figure it out first? I got guys on the team, on my program, they know exactly what to do. They come in, they're skinny fat, they got those skinny arms, and then they got a little bit of a gut coming in, and it just looks fucking weird, you know? So we get that shit fucking rocking and rolling for you, and it's so easy. So we just put them in that deficit, we cut them all the way down. Once their abs are popping, they're looking shredded, veins popping off the shoulders, then we just do the opposite. So we go into that reverse diet. We just pack on the calories from there, depending on what their metrics are, depending on their goals, of course, and the amount of time that they have in the gym, all these things. So we put that into consideration, and the diet is the most important thing, and then we just stay consistent with it, and we just keep watch every single week. So if you're not keeping watch every single week, you're not going to get the results. You need to know if you're making progress or not. And if you're not making progress, there has to be changes. But when you lack that comprehension and you're not getting it from somebody who's gone through it, then you're just wasting more time on top of that. So somebody who says that, oh, you should go in the bulk and then cut first, doesn't know what the fuck they're actually doing. They're just trying to give out advice, and they don't even do it themselves, and they don't even do this for a living, or they don't even know what the fuck they're actually saying. They're just saying shit just to compromise with what the motherfucker is saying that actually does this. Like, I do this all fucking day. Fucking fat loss phase, reverse diet. Fat loss, reverse. Fat loss, reverse. And then if I want to maintain, I just maintain for my own sake because of my physique and how it's looking. If I'm super shredded, especially. But in any event, what you want to just fucking focus on is getting it from that accountability source so you don't fall off, because it's very easy once you go on the reverse to fall off real quick because of all the food that you are consuming. So the fact that you became so fucked up with the skinny fat, it's gonna happen again. So this is for life. This is something that it's not just you do for a couple months and then you go back to your old ways. You can always get that skinny fat back. So you want to make sure that you're getting that accountability and sticking with these habits that you're actually doing. You want to make sure that you're getting that knowledge, you're getting that foundation for yourself, so you know you can do this shit for the rest of your life. This is discipline at the end of the day. So that skinny fat never fucking comes back, because it can come back once again if you fall off the routine. All this shit that I'm saying won't work if you just do it for a couple months and then you just expect that, oh, I'll stop with this shit and I'll still have the results. Nope, you have to keep doing it every fucking day. Don't miss. Do this shit on repeat. Also, even just with your training program, with what you're on, so lose fat, build muscle at the same time, you can do that in a deficit with the proper training program that you're on. And you have to have the right training program as well, because then you can do both at the same time alongside your diet and making sure that you're eating the right foods, eating those specific macros that you need for yourself to attain the physique that you actually want. That's the video for today. Hit me up for coaching. I got you guys. DM me Savage on Instagram, Nick Drivas Fit, and we'll get you going. This shit's light work. Once you actually have the knowledge and the comprehension, the consistency and the intensity with the goals that you want to aspire to become that motherfucker, to commit to this shit for life, because this is what it is. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.